Members of the Niger State Council of Traditional Rulers meet with the governor of the state, Abubakar Bello. The gathering is to deliberate on the security threats in the country. The governor of Niger State wants a constitutional amendment that would accord more responsibilities to traditional institutions in curbing the wave of insecurity in some parts of the country.
Normally, when somebody is saying pray, 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 it will appear as if he has lost hope. But I think we should pray. We should pray very hard. But I can tell you everything is going wrong. Because the way it is now, they make me suspicious of everyone, even the security agencies. Because everybody is being pointed, even the street lights are being accused. Security agencies are being accused. So you don't even know who to trust. If I can leave a system where a system that functions very well, a system of fairness based on justice, equity, and fairness, a system that you know, rich or poor, it doesn't matter. If you work hard, you get compensated. That is all. That is fine.
After the meeting, others maintain that there's need for all to stand against those calling for the division of Nigeria.
And we need to pray, Almighty God, because we're having a lot of crisis. We're having a lot of misgivings, misunderstanding. Why? Because time has come where the level of discipline in the society is very low. The level of commitment is very low. The level of understanding is very low. Cooperation is very low. So all these values that bring the society together must be adhered to. We must have that self-discipline as an individual. You know what is good and what is bad. You know what you can do, what you should not do. You shouldn't hurt somebody if you know that you will be hurt. You shouldn't try to hurt somebody. You should. And also we play we go about and observing the rules and regulations. What actually brings about people together, actually operate under a law. A Yoruba man, an Igbo man, a Hausa man, a Tiv man, a Nupe man, come under that umbrella of a Nigeria, and we call it Nigeria. So first and foremost, Nigeria, what are the rules governing Nigeria? What are the etiquettes, human etiquettes, behavior Nigerians need to do? We must understand each other.
There is need for us to put our heads together, all of us, from every individual, from you yourselves and ourselves, to see how we can improve the security of this country. Because the security is everybody's business. And I want everybody from your own contribution to ensure that we sustain the level of security we're having, especially the level of unity in this country. You know that there are lots of improvement in areas of security.
God, in His ultimate mercy, does not make mistake. He knows why He created a country, Nigeria, with different people of different culture, religion, tribe, and so on, and have all enjoyed living as a people and as a country. And we should not, because of some minority that are calling for division, take this thing serious. We all know that we're facing a lot of challenges, security challenges, political challenges, and so on. But I believe there are a lot of challenges, not only in Nigeria, in all other countries. And I believe we have a dark cloud hanging on Nigeria for now, but very soon it will clear and the sun will shine on our beautiful lands again.
A Nigerian legal practitioner resident in South Africa, Omo Ogboro, is worried about how Nigeria is so deteriorated in unity. He insists the agitations from some section of the country is a distraction tactic that can plunge the developing nation into further crisis.
The agitation, to me, is a form of distraction. Basically, I think we should be holding our leaders. We should be holding our leaders accountable to this entire whole agitation coming from the southeast, coming from the northwest or northeast. coming from Niger Delta, So if the leaders can be held accountable, I'm telling you, I still believe in one Nigeria, and the issue basically is the issue of corruption, is the issue of leadership. And the moment we have that, I promise you, Nigeria will be one again. It's reaching a point where Nigerians will now start going after our leaders, past leaders to present leaders. It's getting to that point where Nigerians are getting frustrated. And with the advent and with the help of the media, the cell phones, the social media today, there's just so much information that is going around. The leaders have stolen from us, they made us useless. And what do we need to do? We need to migrate because we want good life for our children. We want good to our children that are lost. They don't have any identity. Our kids these days don't even know how to speak any of our vernacular languages or anything of sort, or any of our dialects. You understand? Because that's how they've frustrated us. They've pushed us to that extent. But now, like you said, the revolution has started. But they should be very, very careful. They should act immediately than keep deceiving us. If they don't act, I'm telling you, Nigeria, they will start packing their load. They will now become migrants and will now go back home.
On the streets of Johannesburg, a cross-section of Nigerians also bear their minds, calling for good governance.
Nigeria should remain united, and there may be a case for a little bit of restructuring, but balkanization of Nigeria, secession, and so on, in my view, is not a way to go. Because you will find out that the problems you are complaining about, if you do not deal surgically with those problems, and you think you resort to secession, at the end of the day, those problems will equally emanate in those enclaves. And I think we are better bigger than smaller.
What we should be clamoring for is good governance, because even if we break up to 36 countries, we'll still have battle with the issue of lack of people-oriented programs. Because when you see Nigeria, Southwest, for example, you will see there are very, very candid people-oriented projects that are going on there. So that doesn't have anything to do with the name, whether Nigeria, whether Oodua Republic, and then the more the merrier. You see, our diversity should be a strength that we use to achieve what big nations like the United States of America is achieving as we speak. I don't buy the idea of this quit notice, this, that, and it's time the elders in the country comes out to actually put their foot down, because most of the people that do this, they are just young people, and then it's youth exuberant. They don't even know what they are saying in most cases. So that's why I am of the opinion that the country needs to come together and decide on a way to tackle the issues of poverty, maladministration, lack of infrastructural facilities, as well as other vices that goes around in the social medias now. There are ways that the stakeholders in the country comes together and tackle that instead of breaking up. Breaking up will not solve the problem, because the problem still remains the same.
It's very bad. It's very, very bad, because it has happened before, and the result of that was awful. I think we're still suffering from the problem of that time up to now. So now, for some people to just put themselves together from one voice of one person from somewhere who happened not to grow in Nigeria, that's really very, to me, it's like brainwashing. Someone has been brainwashed with some little amount of money, and then you think that's just the best thing. To me, it's very bad. It's not going to work for any of us. It's not going to work for them. It's going to be very bad for them at the end of the day. I'm not saying this because I'm a Yoruba person, but I'm saying this because from my own point of view, this is not going to work for them, and it's going to affect us at the same time. I think coming together as one has been helpful enough, because I think that's actually what kept us going all this while.